Welcome to today's Explainer. We're about to initialize your new digital workflow and uncover the absolute best time-saving AI tools of 2026. Look, if you're feeling overwhelmed by the sheer volume of content you have to produce, research, or just try to understand every single day, well, you're in exactly the right place. So let's just cut to the chase and ask ourselves a really critical question. Are we still relying on slow, outdated methods when we absolutely don't have to? The line between the hard way of doing things and the hyper-efficient AI way has honestly never been clearer. And yet, so many of us are still bleeding hours of valuable time simply because we haven't updated our operational systems. Here's our heads-up display for today's Explainer. This is essentially your ultimate arsenal to radically scale your productivity. We'll quickly run through the workflow revolution, look at next-gen research with Perplexity AI, check out instant visuals with Napkin AI, explore audio comprehension using Notebook LM, dive into scaling voice with synthetic audio, and then wrap up by looking at how you can maximize your ROI using free tiers. All right, starting with Section 1, the workflow revolution, upgrading from linear to exponential. We really need to look at the real financial and temporal stakes of modern production, because if you aren't upgrading right now, you're going to fall behind. Think about it. In the traditional era, we were kind of trapped, right? We dealt with painfully slow manual research, incredibly expensive studio fees, and these massive linear production bottlenecks. You literally had to finish task A just to start task B. But the 2026 AI reality, it has completely flipped the script. We're now looking at instant synthesis, integrating incredibly cost-effective APIs directly into our pipelines, and hitting an exponential scale of content that just wasn't humanly possible even a few years ago. Let's jump into Section 2, Next-Gen Research with Perplexity AI, the end of blue links. We're examining a tool that is processing over 1 billion queries a month right now, and for good reason. When you stack Perplexity directly against Google search, the differences are honestly pretty stark. Traditional search engines give you a giant list of blue links, and lately, they're weaving ads into over 25% of their AI-generated results. Perplexity, on the other hand, gives you direct, synthesized answers with a 92% factual accuracy rate on real-time queries. And here's the kicker for business research, it is 100% ad-free. You're getting completely unbiased, cited results. What is genuinely fascinating here is the sheer speed. Tasks like putting together a massive venture capital due diligence report have plummeted from 4 exhausting hours down to, wait for it, just 10 minutes. That is the kind of massive leap in efficiency we're talking about today. You are practically buying back half your workday. And how is it doing this? Well, it's all thanks to Perplexity's premium deep research feature. Instead of you doing a single manual search, it autonomously executes multi-step analysis across hundreds of web sources. The crucial point here is that it actually reads the white papers, flags contradictions, compares the data points, and then hands you a fully structured, cited report. It does the heavy lifting, so you absolutely don't have to. Moving right along to Section 3, Instant Visuals with Napkin AI, Effortless Diagram Generation. Because, sometimes a highly focused tool is vastly superior to a bloated all-in-one suite. This simple 3-step workflow literally replaces hours of manual graphic design in software like Canva or PowerPoint. It's so easy. Step 1, you just paste a couple of lines of text or a bulleted list of ideas. Step 2, click the blue lightning bolt icon, and then just watch the AI instantly interpret your text and generate the perfect flowchart or mind map. Step 3, export it as a PNG, SVG, or PDF. It's really that frictionless. I absolutely love this reaction from a recent grant writing workshop participant. They said, "This is so good, I don't want you to teach it to anybody else." Mind-blowing. That captures exactly how powerful these instant visualizations are. When you suddenly realize you no longer need to waste 45 minutes nudging little boxes and arrows on a slide, it truly feels like you've unlocked a secret superpower you want to keep entirely to yourself. Let's transition over to Section 4, Audio Comprehension with Notebook LM, Learning in the Margins of Your Day. This incredibly powerful audio overview feature from Google completely relocates how we handle comprehension. Instead of passive reading, you're essentially installing a cognitive upgrade. Think about these practical real-world workflows. You can turn scattered research into commute briefings. You can audit your own writing drafts for logical holes. Because let's be real, hearing your ideas spoken back to you activates completely different cognitive processing. You can master dense material via spaced repetition, resurrect forgotten notes without doing all the excavation work, and even cross-reference standard operating procedures for inconsistencies. This shift from linear reading to parallel audio proves you can absorb context much faster and arrive at your meetings perfectly prepared. Linear reading meant frantically skimming a 15-page briefing document 30 minutes before a high-stakes meeting. We've all been there, right? But with parallel audio, you're listening to a synthesized 1.5 times speed conversational briefing while you're commuting or folding laundry. The AI naturally emphasizes what's important, guiding your attention way more effectively than a hastily skimmed document. All right, Section 5, Scaling Voice with Synthetic Audio, Eliminating the Recording Bottleneck. The distinction between a human voice and a synthetic one has effectively vanished for commercial use. We are completely trading slow, linear audio production for a highly scalable, immediate solution. The old way? That meant hiring a voice actor, booking a $2,000 studio, and then waiting like 5 days just for revisions. The new AI way allows you to use a simple $22 subscription to generate highly emotional, multilingual audio in under 30 seconds. It's a complete game changer. But here's the thing. Your competitive advantage comes from matching the platform directly to your team's specific bottleneck. If you need a premium brand voice, storytelling, and a nearly 82% pronunciation accuracy rate, 11 Labs is your powerhouse. Now, if your priority is a collaborative marketing workflow with built-in editors and role-based permissions, Murph AI is your go-to. And if you're a technical team doing programmatic SEO at massive scale and need batch processing for WordPress, PlayHT's API-first architecture is exactly what you need. Finally, let's hit Section 6, Maximize ROI with free tiers. Stop paying for inefficiency. Let's break down how you can start integrating these tools into your stack today without breaking the bank. 10,000. That is the exact number of free text-to-speech characters 11 Labs gives you every single month to start building your workflow immediately. It's literally enough to create 2 full 10-minute explainers completely for free. This allows you to thoroughly test out the platform before you ever have to commit to a paid tier for commercial rights. And check this out, teams experience a massive 70% cost reduction when they properly wire these tools into their daily operations. You can see audio production costs drop from a traditional 100 down to just 30 with an integrated AI stack. But remember, you only see this drop if you actually integrate these AI systems natively into your content pipelines, cutting out all that manual copying, pasting, and downloading. So the big question is, which bottleneck will you eliminate today? It is time to stop doing things the hard way, take a hard look at your processes, and ask yourself which of these systems you're going to try out today. Are you going to reclaim your research time with Perplexity, maybe build some instant slides with Napkin AI, or scale your brand voice with 11 Labs? The choice is totally yours, but I can tell you this, the time to upgrade your system is right now. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.